I'm sure most of the viewers of this channel are aware of the story of a woman who was standing opposite an abortion clinic quietly and apparently praying quietly to herself, and she was arrested for thought crime, I suppose. Well, there have been some developments on that story. I'm Granniopteryx. I'm on YouTube, Rumble, BitChute and Minds. To refresh your memory, here is the famous video.
What are you here for today?
Physically, I'm just standing here.
Okay. Why here of all places? I know you don't live nearby.
But this is an abortion centre.
Okay, that's why you're standing. Is you standing here part of the protest?
No. I'm not protesting.
Are you praying?
I might be praying in my head.
So I'll ask you once more, will you voluntarily come with us now to the police station for me to ask you some questions about today and other days where there are allegations that you've broken public space protection?
If I've got a choice, then no.
Okay, well then you're under arrest on suspicion of failing to comply with public spaces protection order, which is under the Antisocial Behaviour Crime Policing Act 2014. Of course, you don't have to say anything. You may harm your defence if you didn't mention one question, something which you later on in court you do say that you did on the rules. Do you understand the caution?
I do.
That's a rather interesting tweet there. Oh, X. I couldn't read the badge on the uniform. Did it say Thought Police? You see, the point is there is an exclusion zone around abortion clinics. The abortion clinics are legal institutions, or legal abortion clinics are anyway. And then because anti-abortion people were misbehaving quite badly around these institutions, these facilities, or whatever you want to call them, because they were harassing and threatening in many ways women who were going into these places, a law was enacted saying there would be an exclusion zone around them. And I don't know whether this lady here was actually within that exclusion zone, but where the police made his mistake, of course, was by asking her if she was praying. That was not a question he should have asked her. Now, you may say I'm nitpicking here, and indeed I am, but I mean, this is an important nitpick. That is, the police should have no right to ask you what's going on in your mind. You know, that check your thinking thing that Harry Miller was talking about. So she was arrested for not lying, because when she was asked, "Are you praying?" the policeman arrested her because she didn't deny that she had been praying. And she wins £13,000 as a payout. And there's this comment from Lord Frost: "It's incredible that people have been arrested for thought crime in modern Britain." Well, it's not incredible, because thought crime has been a thing since, well, for years. And it started with it didn't start with it was brought to our attention by the Harry Miller case, in which a policeman came round and said that to Mr. Miller that he should check his thinking. And that started the Fair Cop movement. A Christian charity volunteers received a payout and an apology from the police after she claimed her arrest for praying silently outside an abortion clinic was unjust and breached her human rights, as indeed it did. The police had got it wrong. That's because the police are making up law as they go along. They've been doing that for a while now. And Lord Frost is acting as if this is a huge surprise to all of them, and this is a major victory. Well, not so fast, because Yvette Cooper is going to plug that particular loophole. Silent prayer outside abortion clinics could be banned under Home Office review. So pretty soon they're going to find a way of getting inside your head in order to be able to prosecute you about silent prayer. Now look, people who think that women should be allowed to seek and obtain abortions will may rejoice at this. Irrespective of the morality, one way or the other. The idea that you can be arrested for thinking something sets a very bad precedent. The Home Office is said to be proposing a 150-metre buffer zone around healthcare centres offering the service, which will stop anti-abortion campaigners from protesting. Well, it won't stop them from protesting. They may be standing just 151 metres from the abortion clinic. What are the police going to do then? But this hasn't actually bothered the police before. But if you remember, there was a case when Tommy Robinson was standing outside a courthouse talking about a grooming trial that was going on, and he was arrested, even though he was actually legally in the right place, that is, not on court premises. But the police had decided, or rather the judge who was set the police onto him had decided that the pavement was court premises as well, or something. I'm not entirely sure. The fact is that after a while in prison, Robinson was released because the arrest was deemed to be not legal. But that didn't stop them from incarcerating him for about 3 months and almost starving him to death in the process. The Telegraph has reported that ministers are reviewing current guidelines published last December, which allowed for consensual communication. This term has been taken to mean flyering, that is, handing out leaflets, and silent prayer. But the review could reportedly be putting both these things at risk. Yeah, because this is the Labour Party, and they're all smart and modern, aren't they? And you're not allowed to think objections or be seen to think that you have objections. The Home Office, that is Yvette Cooper, has put out proposals for consultation, but has not said explicitly which parts of the current guidance could change. Current draft guidance says prayer within a safe access zone should not automatically be seen as unlawful, and that's where the police went wrong. Silent prayer, being the engagement of the mind and thought in prayer towards God, is protected as an absolute right under the Human Rights Act 1998 and should not on its own be considered to be an offence under any circumstances. Actually, that should be in any circumstances. Circum means round, and so you're in circumstances, not under them. But let that pass. So the Home Office has been approached for comment and said it had nothing to add. Yeah, well, it will have something to add because this present government has the idea that thought crime is a crime. We've seen that from the way they've started policing the blasphemy law. That's what I was talking about in a previous video. All right, so you can't criticise Islam and you can't pray to Christ or the Christian God or I don't know, whichever God they decide you can't pray to recently. That's it. Till next time. You can help my channel by subscribing and clicking the notification bell. That's quite important. And by sharing if you're so inclined. Links to my other channels and to donation methods are in the description. But the best way you can help is simply by clicking like and notify. Thank you.